retirement. I want to especially welcome her husband Ray, her son Bob, her daughter Kim, son-in-law Chris, grandsons Tyler and Austin.
Tyler's out there.
Oh, wow. And then Kim's mother-in-law Pat. She has been certified as a radiology tech for 50 years.
Wow.
And so that's part of why we threw in a little bit of gold scattered around here to that 50th anniversary thing we thought was just amazing. She's worked not only in this building, but in the previous health center. She worked with an estimated 4 directors, many providers, numerous nurses, and countless ISU students. We counted the directors, and we thought about counting the doctors, and then we just decided it was too hard. So she's worked at Iowa State for nearly 30 years. She started here, I think, when Kim started college here, is what we decided. Elaine served as department head in radiology during the 80s and 90s, and then she stepped down to be part-time. But she's always been willing to come in, cover shifts, help out other techs in the department. We've definitely benefited from her dedication and want to thank her for her service. But before I get too sappy, it's been my privilege to work with Elaine for these last 5 years. But I do want to note she wasn't all business.
Here comes the dirt.
Yeah, here comes the dirt. Those of you that know her know she has a great sense of humor, and she likes to try and keep the workday interesting and light for the rest of us. We were in the middle of construction, and I was a little stressed, and I was trying to figure out what was going on and who was, you know, everything. And Elaine came to me and convinced me that because of the construction, the loading dock door had been opened, and there was a snake down by the x-ray machine. Awesome. And so I go dashing down the hall so I can report this terrible thing. And of course, there was no snake, but Elaine gave the whole department a big laugh watching me get all worked up. So, she's been here through a lot of the changes during her career. The biggest one being the transition to film to digital. And, you know, Elaine took that just in stride. It was a wireless room, it was computer systems, it was integration with McFarland, and she just adapted and handled all that, and even kept some of the rest of the techs, you know, they helped each other out, and it was just fabulous. So I do like to have a present. Lana wants to say a few words. We'll do a few other little...
What can I say to the other pea in the pod? We go many hours away that occurred in the x-ray from international students not understanding where you put a gown. Came out wrapped on the head. The respirator that we took, that we just love to do. I learned quickly about Coca-Cola is original, not classic Coca-Cola, not in a can, in a bottle. No diet. We enjoyed a snack or two, and maybe we gave each other a headache. Over the past years, strict Iowa fan, she came to me, she loved Iowa.
It was sad.
It was sad. I really, that was a pretty hard thing for me to take. So we have a brick out there that's Iowa. But then she mellowed, and we now have an Iowa State brick, and I want you to put that in your house to garden.
And we will come by and take pictures.
Yeah. Since each grandson has a favorite team. We have cried together. And like one time on the X-Ray International Clinic, we used to X-ray 600 patients. And we worked from 7:30 to 7. And we were almost done, and in came the nurse and handed us the folder and just said, "Oops, I gave you all the negatives instead of the positives," and walked out. Us two looked at each other, wanted to cry, we didn't, and started all over, and we left about 10 o'clock that night.
I'm hoping that was before my time.
It was. And let's see, next page. Elaine taught me several tricks of the trade. Like if a large patient came, you made a big note to the radiologist and said, big patient, if x-rays don't look satisfactory, please order additional films at McFarland Clinic.
Which now we have our snazzy new 600
Yeah.
table, so
It doesn't meet the limit, yeah.
Yeah.
And when Elaine and I put together Bruce's farewell party, we did a memory look. It's pretty easy. And I think I've taken a and now I'll go get a Kleenex.
Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time